Hey guys, welcome back to Eversoul. In today's video, I want to talk about some changes I would love to see in the game. Now, in my last videos, I've mentioned how I'm really happy with the speed of updates that they're doing. If they find problems, they fix them, the compensations that they give. I'm just really impressed with Kakao Games in this game at the moment, but that doesn't mean there's other things that are really sort of, these aren't like massive issues. This isn't a massive rage, complaint, try and put them down type thing. This is just these are things I would love to see in the game. Give the feedback. Also, get your guys' ideas. So if you have any other changes you would want to see, avoid the, give me better rates and stuff like that, because that's someone's always going to say that in every game. But, some like quality of life type features that you would like to see, please leave it in the comments, and I'll just sort of collate them, and then maybe I'll leave a pinned comment with extra suggestions if I find enough good ones, and we'll go from there. So the first one that I want to go to now, this one is really frustrating to me, especially if you're trying to push. Ignore me. I saw that there and I couldn't resist clicking it. But the first one has nothing to do with where I just went, but it's over here. So if you've watched me on stream, you see me get frustrated with it. Like I said, I'm not raging about it. It's just something that it makes pushing the game really, really just frustrating. So if we go in here and we go into a stage and we go to battle it, and let's say we're trying some crazy stuff to see if it works. And you're like, okay, let's try a squishy unit up front to see if the RNG works, things move around. Okay, my unit died instantly. Okay, I want to restart this stage. The problem I have at the moment is that you have two options. You can retreat from battle, which takes you back to the home screen. Then you have to deal with another issue that I'll talk about in a sec. And then you have to go back into the campaign, go back in, and then get back into it. Takes probably 30 seconds at least to do. Might not sound like much, but when you're trying a stage over like 50 times to try and get a win, it's really frustrating. Or the other option is you just got to like wait and time it out, which takes, a minute and 20 seconds. So, and keep in mind, every ult stops it. So then sometimes I'll take it off auto to try and die quicker. And then I'll forget to put it on auto the next battle. And then I lose because my abilities aren't being used. It's just frustrating. I would love to see them just implement. Here we've got retreat from battle, return, and then have a retry button, and have that retry button not just restart the wave, but go back to the team selection menu so that you can make adjustments and go again, and it's a lot quicker process. I can't, this is my number one thing, more than the other one that triggers more people. This is my number one thing I want to see in the game, a retry button, because like I said, it just wastes so much time when you're actually trying to push the game doing this sort of stuff. But literally, this is what I have to do. Retreat, confirm. So then you got a loading screen. You got to get back there. Got to get back to the start. Yep, because it's got to load all that. Now we've got the other issue that we'll talk about in a sec, and then we've got to try and get into Battlefront, and then we've got to hit enter and try and get entered. And then we finally get entered, and now we can go. Like I said, if you just paused it and then just hit retry and it took you straight back to this screen, that would be the biggest change for me. So that is the first one. The next one is this in the top right corner, the connecting. I don't know what that is. I guess it's like a server issue. I don't know if they can fix it or whether it's like a back-end thing. I don't know, but if that could be fixed, it would be fantastic. Because for me, something that I find, and I'm sure you guys find this as well, is that if I'm going through my characters and say I'm trying to level them evenly, I'll try and put one level into this character, then go to the next character, try and put one level in, but then I'm keep trying to click, okay, I got the level, next character, and then it's like, when's the click coming? There it is. Okay, next one. Let's try and get a click. There it is. Okay, next one. And you can see it's like this everything just becomes mundane with that connecting issue. So hopefully they can fix it. Now, it is worse for me because I am on North American servers playing from Australia, but it would just be nice if, players in their own regions didn't get that issue. If I was the only one getting it because I'm playing in a different region, that's cool. I'm fine with it. But just for in general, for most players, it would be a really great quality of life because it's one of those things that just gets a little bit irritating. Moving on from that, what is the next thing on my list? Oh yes, Hall of Memories. So this would just be a really good quality of life. If we go over here to Adventure and we go if we go to Adventure with the connecting issue. Okay, if we go to Adventure and then we go to the Hall of Memories. Now this one here, I would love to see this basically what happens is it says you can retry, but it's only if you go in and you don't collect any of the rewards. Any rewards that you collect on an easier difficulty gets locked in and you can't then get them again. I would love to see a change to this mode where you can see here you got the different rewards where and they're basically just scaled up versions of the same rewards, essentially is what we're looking at across here. So I would love to see it that the rewards are just scaled up versions of each previous one. And say at the start of the week, if I cleared this 91,000 instance and got all the rewards, I would love it if I then powered up later in the week, I could do the 125,000 points one and just get the difference in rewards. Because the problem with this is it traps you and it's like, oh, you know, you've got to do this thing and you got to do it for weeklies and quests and stuff like that. But as soon as you do it, you're probably going to progress a lot further over the week and you might have been able to go 2 difficulties higher. So I'd love it for people if they just want to do it with where they are at the start of the week. You can do it, get the rewards, but then, you know, you can come back and it takes you more time, but you can do it at the end of the week. Whereas at the moment, you're forced to wait until the very end of the week if you want to try and maximize your rewards. So I would just love to see that system in place where you can get the rewards from one difficulty. And then for the week, you know, if that week you try again on a higher difficulty, you only get the difference in the rewards. Now, the same thing would go for the dual gate, except on a daily basis. I would love to see the dual gate because that way for me, I would just do an easy dual gate at the start of the day, get it done, get my rewards. Then if I got some spare time, you know, I'm not pushing campaigns, stuff like that, I can come back here and try and get the little bit better rewards at the end of the day. Because like, let's face it, these are really, really simplified rewards. So if I did this 113 one, and got 440 at the start of the day, say later in the day I got nothing to do. If I clear stage 5, just give me an extra 80 gems. Happy days. I would love to see that implemented. But yeah, like I said, that's just a bit of a quality of life thing that would be nice. Moving on from that is the next one is guild members. I just feel like guilds are a little bit small. I would love to see them increased. If there's a reason for them being so small, I'm cool with it. But the fact that you start off with 5 and then you double when you level up to 10, it's just on a percentage base, it seems very large. Also, I would love them to cap the experience a guild can get because there is a bug that can be, well, not a bug, but a system that can be abused with guilds to level it up faster. I'm not going to tell you how to do it because I don't want to promote people doing it, but I would also like to see, you know, guilds get leveled back or like disband who have abused the system of leveling the guild faster, because when you look at introducing guild content that is going to be competitive, you'd like it to be an even playing field between guilds. So I just think give us more spots in a guild and don't make level up so important in your guild members, because it's just weird because you only got 5 slots in a guild, but eventually you're going to have more. It's like, okay, I've got 15 guys I want to play with, but you 10 have to just sit out for the minute until we level up our guild further. It just feels a bit funny. So that's something that I would like to do. It's not a big one, but I just think it would be nice for just a community aspect to get that in. And then the final thing that I would like to mention is the labyrinth. This is a very, very, very little one. But this would just be a little quality of life just because I have trouble seeing up and I can't see it. If it loads, please load, don't crash. Okay, so I would love it in the Dimensional Labyrinth if you could zoom out to this point here and scroll around to see everything so you can plan your path a bit better. Just because when I'm back here, I can kind of see this, but if there's something right over here, for instance, up here that I want to get to, and then maybe I've gone a less optimal path. I know we've got this map, but the map doesn't specify what everything is. Enemies are just enemies. It doesn't specify green or blue or whether it's the chest enemy or anything like that. If they could specify that, like have a little skull for the green enemies, a big skull for the blue enemies, and then like a chest skull for the chest guy because he gives the most loot, that would be perfect. Like that would be all I'd need, and then I could plan my path a little bit better. But just a little bit more optimized on the labyrinth map would be really sick. So that pretty much does it. Like I said, not a massive dig at them. I reckon the game is going really well. I'm really impressed with these developers. Those are just some suggestions that I have for quality of life that would make the game just a little, not even better, just a bit less tedious in some situations. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any suggestions, please put them down below. And like I said, I'll collate them and I'll definitely put more through as feedback if we get enough suggestions. So anyway, guys, once again, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.